chance, with a chance, with a chance, with a chance. When the crowd gets fussy, when the floor gets dusty, when your blade gets busted, with a chance, with a chance. When your room smells funny, when a hex takes your money, what's gonna save you, honey? Just with a chance, with a chance. All you witches and all you old magicians, it's time to start listening to with a chance, with a chance. With a chance, with a chance, with a chance, with a chance. With a chance, with a chance, with a chance, with a chance. When the crowd gets fussy, when the floor gets dusty, when your blade gets busted, with a chance, with a chance. When your room smells funny, when a hex takes your money, what's gonna save you, honey? Just with a chance, with a chance. All you witches and all you old magicians, it's time to start listening to with a chance, with a chance. With a chance, with a chance, with a chance, with a chance.
I know you're cold, but I've seen it before. I'll take a chance on the wine. Your starch white hips, intravenous she drips, in fear of turning blind. Head of gray, as some guys say, shows you growing old. Do it again, I can't explain. The light sure seems so cold. Feel the pain, it leaves no stain. Feel the pain, the name of the game. Drops and blues, time to choose. Oh, why your heart is just a stabbing. Bloody eyes can't describe the nature of your hacking. Back to front, the blade tastes burnt in the safety of your bedroom. Desire to touch the fire is just a sad obsession. Feel the pain, it leaves no stain, it leaves no stain. Feel the pain, the name of the game. Feel the pain, it leaves no stain, no stain. Feel the pain, the name of the game.
smells just like you do. Let the ritual begin. A light a candle, stick another needle in. Pins and needles. It's how I feel for you. Pins and needles. I hope you feel it too. I remember when our eyes first met. You didn't notice, but I'll never forget. Fingernails and hair from your brush. Well, I'd say it's more than a crush. Yeah, pins and needles. That's how I feel for you. Pins and needles. I hope you feel it too. Tonight you're gonna feel it too, yeah. Pale flesh drives me insane. Pressed up against the window pane. Hot breath whisper my name. Can you feel it pumping through your veins? Pins and needles. It's how I feel for you. Pins and needles. You're gonna feel it too, yeah. Pins and needles. It's how I feel for you. Pins and needles. Tonight you're gonna feel it too. You're gonna feel it too, yeah. I made a doll and it looks like you. It's cute, small, and it smells just like you do. Let the ritual begin. A light a candle, stick another needle in.
Well, you've tried it just for once, found it alright for kicks. But now you find out that it's a habit that sticks, and you're an orgasm addict. You're an orgasm addict. Sneaking in the back door with dirty magazines. So your mother wants to know what all the stains on the jeans. And you're an orgasm addict. You're an orgasm addict. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You get in the heat, you're getting assault, but you still keep a beating your meat to pulp, and you're an orgasm addict. You're an orgasm addict. You're a Casanova, you're a no Joseph. It's a live on a fucking yourself to death. Orgasm addict. You're an orgasm addict. You're making out with school kids, winos and heads of state. You've even made it with a lady who puts the little plastic robins on the Christmas cakes. Butchers, assistants and bellhops, you've had them all here and there. Children of God and the joy strings, international women with nobody hair. Ooh, so well you're asking in an alley and your voice ain't steady. The sex mechanics are off, you're more than ready. You're an orgasm addict. You're an orgasm addict. Johnny won't fuck you always and always. He's got the energy, he will amaze. He's an orgasm addict. He's an orgasm addict. He's always at it. He's always at it. And he's an orgasm addict. He's an orgasm addict.
Right as we were getting ready to go, it looks like we just lost Cat.
Oh,
All
shit.
right. Now we're gonna have to listen to that damn Skype sound.
Da 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 da. Oh.
Hi.
Oh,
Can you guys
perfect
hear me?
timing.
Okay.
Shut up, dog. The second we turn the mic on, you gotta go off. All right, well, we can see you, but you can't see us, so we're gonna be making faces at you.
Well, I don't have my face on, so.
Well, first of all, I gotta tell you, it's Widdershins.
Yeah.
Radio for your spiritual side. A
Yep.
twisted approach to the left-hand path. We just heard the Buzzcocks, which is listening to that. It's like, God, that's such an inappropriate song for our times. People are going to be mad at us for playing it probably, but I'll play it anyways because it's fucking funny. We heard some Damned in there. We heard Stellar Corpses, one of the bands that's given us permission to play them. Way back in the way back, one of the other bands that gave us permission to play them is Fiona Horn's all-girl punk band from when she was like 18 years old. The Mothers. The stuff we learned doing this crazy
good stuff
WitchCon marathon things. And although we know a lot about
we should
our
be
guests,
paying them. We're learning
although we know
so
a lot
much.
about our guest tonight,
Yeah.
she's been up to a lot of stuff since the last time we've seen her. She pops up all over the place. Miss Cat Thegard, man, she's keep herself busy out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's up there around Niagara. What's that place? Saint.
I don't know if she's exactly there, but well, she's in Ontario.
Okay.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara
You are
Falls.
in Niagara Falls.
Niagara
Okay.
And in addition to all of the many things that she does, she took my class, so we know she's well educated in the arts.
And we've actually met Kat. We met her a couple years ago during the last in-person Hex Fest, and we hung out for a while, and we went to lunch, and she introduced us to Gator Bites. We
Gator
just had
Bites.
Gator Bites
Yes.
last night. We're so addicted.
We're always having Gator
We
Bites
had
since
Gator
then.
Bite nachos last night. Really
I'm
good.
so jealous that you're eating that.
Well, it was like, it
without
wasn't
me.
just Gator Bites, it was crawfish, too.
Oh, there was
You know,
crawfish
it's that
on
time
there
of
too?
year, they put crawfish on everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I'm trying to find a hookup
yeah,
for
Gator.
Gator here so I can like cook it outside and blacken it. And I have all these plans for Gator.
I've seen frozen Gator at the market today.
Yeah, I found a butcher place that has it too.
Right.
So I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm all about the Gator.
All about the Gator.
Yeah.
So
It's-
how have
it's
you
for
been?
that. I'm good. I'm excellent, actually. Everything is wonderful. Business is booming. Friggin' surprisingly.
Yay.
Yeah. No, it's great. Everything's absolutely wonderful. Thanks.
Good.
Yeah, I'm so blessed.
Yes.
I'm super looking forward to WitchCon. Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna
So
be
are we.
Yeah.
So are we.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's soon. I gotta read that quick start guide that we've all been
Are
sent.
you vending at all? I didn't look.
No.
No?
No, I'm not
Okay.
vending.
Okay.
No, I'm just teaching the class, and then we'll be doing. A few people are teaching the class from the shop, and like some of the North American presenters that are up here in the area, and the drumming will be at the shop as well. So that should be fun.
I think of doing it from the backyard if it's if we have good weather.
Yeah.
Right in
yeah.
that little room. It's like
Yeah, I'm
when-
jealous. You guys have the warm weather.
Well, when I do
Yeah.
classes for the Hex Education Network, he required me to do it like a hard line. I have this long, like 100-foot cable that Marta hates running through the living room just to deliver that hard line to the camera room. And then when we did Hex Fest online, it's like so many people like had really crappy connections. Like
Yeah.
our Wi-Fi isn't going to be that crappy. So I'm gonna be in the backyard chilling, and I get to smoke and
Yeah.
drink and teach witchcraft.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool.
Right. Yeah, that should be.
So you're gonna
super
be
fun.
doing it from the shop, and then Utu's on WitchCon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
He
didn't
is.
ask
He's doing
Utu
his
because he's
class
always
from
on
here,
the
too.
show. We wanted to get people that we've never had before, and we've met a lot of
Even
people.
though we got Lilith.
yeah, we had to get Lilith.
Yeah.
People were messing with
She's
her.
our neighbor, so we
Yeah.
couldn't, we couldn't not ask Lilith.
Right.
She has our address. So we
Right.
had
Well,
to do it.
Right.
at the time, Lilith was talking about, she's one of the people that the haters of WitchCon actually contacted
right.
and, made their threats
Oh.
and that kind of thing. It's like, oh, hey, by the way, Lilith, I was just about to ask you if you want to be on Wittersons. I wasn't about to ask.
Right.
But
She's awesome. I love her. Awesome. I
she's
just got her
always
new
great.
book. Or, well, it's not her newest one, I guess, but the Water Magic book.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah, we had her on the show
looking
for that
forward
one.
to reading that.
Well, I can tell you her
Yeah.
new one's pretty epic because I've been reading it over Marta's shoulder as she's been editing it. Yeah, really good.
Nice.
There's actually
Yeah.
a re-release.
Nice.
It's a re-release from, God, I forgot the actual title, but it has pagans
Okay.
at the end of it, and she's
Yeah.
re-releasing it with a different title, and she added some new stuff too. So It's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Anything
Kat,
she
if you
writes
had
is
to
good.
give a
I like all
name
her
to your
stuff.
practice at this time, what would you call your practice?
If I call my eclectic.
Eclectic?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I always say to people, it's like, you know, that in European witchcraft circles, the most staunchly traditionalists tend to be the BTWs, and coming from Gardner. And Gardner
Right.
was eclectic. Absolutely, you can't deny. It's like, even like the athame, a black-handled knife called the athame. Well, that's from Solomon, which has been borrowing from that forever. We know he worked with Crowley. We know Crowley added some things. Actually, the Wiccan reed is a variation on the. I don't even know if they have a name for that in ceremonial, but "Do what thou wilt" should be the whole of the law. So, and if we're to believe Buckland told the story that Gardner traveled the world studying religio magic. It says, after a lifetime traveling the world of studying religio magic, Gardner retired. And that's when he met the New Forest witches. And it's just like, I always teach about, you know, filling up your bag of tricks as you go out into the world. It's like, he would not have not used the things that he picked up in his travels to fill in the blanks. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you get a lot of arguments with traditionalists if you try and say that. So
Tons of arguments
eclectic's
over
the
that.
real
Yeah.
craft. Eclectic's the real craft.
No, it is, because, and especially for people like myself who are biracial, of course we're going to be eclectic. We're going to take from all of our ancestors. I'm not just, you know, black. I'm also half white. And, you know, I just sent away from my ancestry.ca, you know, you do your DNA tests and stuff like that. So I'm super excited to see what comes back with that. And I'm sure I'll be surprised, you know, with some of the things that are in there. But it's okay to borrow from, I mean, I'm an ancestor venerator, so I don't just worship an ancestor, you know, and revere my one grandmother or, you know, my sister. I do all of the parts of myself. It's who I am. It's what makes me me. You know,
for me, it's about my witch ancestors. But if you are a magical practitioner, I don't care what land you're in, you're my ancestor. And beyond blood ancestors, you know, witchcraft has been, you know, a huge factor in my life. So those are my ancestors, doesn't matter what color. And so that's why Kat can get away with teaching a class with a name like, what is it?
Magical fusion, blending cultures.
Yeah. I don't know, if I try to
That
pull
is
that
my
off,
class.
man, people would be up my shit. But you can do that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's tons of people who are, you know, everybody's mixed with something. You've got, you know, you've got.
Hey, I got my
everybody's mixed with
7% African.
Yeah.
Marta got nut.
I got ripped off. I got 100% European, and I'm like, duh. I was trying to figure out like what type of European, like where from.
Right.
Well, I think
And
we need
that's
to
all I
do it
got.
again. Like back then, the DNA tests were not that good, and we clearly
Well,
got,
at least
got
yours
one
had
that wasn't
the
specific.
sub-Saharan African.
Yeah,
Mine
then the
was
rest
just
European.
BS. Yeah.
And if I'm to, and, well then, actually, I reran mine after they changed the algorithm. I heard that the Ancestry.com changed the algorithm. So I went and I just kind of hit refresh on my results because I never delete anything out of my emails. And it was more specific. I was pretty much everything except Asian and Native American.
And I don't
Right.
think
Mutt
you were any
from
Latin
hell.
either.
Oh no,
Latino.
I was
You were?
Latino. I was Latino.
Okay.
And there was Italian in there, Macedonian.
I remember that one.
That hasn't even been a place. That's not a place
Right.
anymore, is it?
I don't think so.
Macedonia. I think it's Greece.
No, I think it's Albania.
Greek. Yeah.
Or well, yeah, I mean, it's covers both of those
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where the topic of ethics comes in. I mean, what percentage do you have to be in order to be, you know, practicing certain things, or you know, like there's a whole thing to it. But I'm very, you know, just nobody can tell you who speaks to you. You know, I get that question all the time as a witchcraft teacher, like, is it okay if I practice this? And yeah, there's certain traditions that you have to go through, you know, certain initiations for in order to be able to practice properly. But for the most part, nobody can tell me who speaks to me. You're not in my head. You're not in my soul. You don't live in my ethereal body. So, you know, I mean, I'm very liberal when it comes to my magic, and it works well for me. And most of the people I teach, it seems to work well for them. So,
Yeah.
Well,
I'll always have my detractors.
I never recommend it to people. But, you know, it's kind of like do as I say, not as I do. It's like, you know, I started teaching the week after I started my intro class in witchcraft. Don't do that. Worked out for me. I worked with Elegua most of my witchcraft life, and I didn't know a whole lot about him. You know, I think most of my life I thought he was just associated with voodoo. That's all I knew. But I was, you know, at the witch store where I grew up. They had a little thing for Elegua. There was always a candle going on. There were cigars down there and that kind of stuff. And so when I opened my own shop, I got me a little head, little Elegua head. It was empty and it didn't have the right stuff in it. But you know, I learned what you're supposed to do. And I learned how to spray the rum. I learned how to do the cigar shotgun. I'm sorry, the whiskey. He wanted whiskey. The cigar shotgun thing. I went to him on Mondays. I was very respectful. I brought him like cornmeal and all the stuff that you said.
Yeah, we gave him like candy and Sasha's toy cars and stuff he would donate.
And there was never a disaster or an explosion or anything that went wrong. He totally worked with me. He was my bro.
Right.
And then when we got into Paulo...
Because you're revering.
Huh?
Yeah, you're revering. You're revering
Exactly,
them.
exactly.
Like, you know, if you're doing it with respect and with knowledge, there is nothing wrong with revering, you know, your chosen deity. It's who's going to get mad at that?
Lots of people.
I mean, people will, but I mean,
In this day and age, I
greater-
don't tell
Right,
that
I
story
mean-
lightly.
people will, but people are generally not all that bright, to be honest. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. If they want to be mad, that's them. I find people don't have enough to do with their time, and they spend way too much time worrying about everyone else's yard. Worry about your own
Especially
yard.
now.
Yes.
Right.
Especially now.
Worry about your own yard.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy on that. So,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
the funny thing, when all this, you know,
Things need-
stuff happens, like, you know, the controversies at WitchCon, and, you know, it all tends to come
Right.
from the same people, and they're all, like, you know, being social justice warriors, and looking out for people of color, and transgender people, and all these. And I always go back to the source. It's always, like, some white dude or some white chick telling...
Right.
Like I remember back in the day, my activist days, we were up in San Francisco. We were in the Mission District, was primarily black, and we were like, you know, supposed to do this rent control action. We were opening squats for people and doing all this crazy stuff. And, you know, somebody at the meeting, you know, says, like, you know, raised their hand, you know, called out the obvious elephant in the room. Says, you know, you realize almost everybody in this room is white. And we're going to this black neighborhood, deciding what they need and how we can fight for them and fight for their rights. Does anybody talk to anybody in this fucking neighborhood and, you know, ask what they need? And no, nobody had. And so we get a lot of these social justice warriors fighting for, you know, fights that the people
what they think is best.
Yeah, well, they're fighting fights that their allies never asked them to fight.
Yeah.
And that's
It's a fine line between being the white savior and being an advocate for a cause.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have to find it. We need voices of other white people. Listen to white people. So I'm sorry, you need white people to be able to say, you know, hey guys, did you ever think that this is, you know, this certain way, or, you know, look at this perspective. We need that. But in the same token, you don't need people, you know, pretty much speaking for you without your consent and your specific, you know, knowing your specific desires, wants, needs, and them advocating for you to their peer group. You know, you have to have that. Nobody needs a savior. We're not stupid. You know, like, I mean, we're able to talk for ourselves.
It's just the audacity. It's just racist to think that way. It's like, it's up to the white person to come save the colored people or the people of color.
Right.
Yeah, that's fucking racist. It's like, you know, ask them what they want, and, you know, give them the tools to help them. We got a question in the chat room from Jamie. She says, ask Kat what her favorite way to work with the spirit of land is. Please and
Spirit of land. I'm a tree girl and a flower girl all the way, all day. I talk to trees on on the regular, all the time. That is my go-to. I work with them nonstop in my candles and everything that I do. There's some form of tree element, and that is, to me, they are just the guardians of this earth. There's no words really. But I work with trees a lot, and trees are a very important part of, our ecosystem. You can't live without them. Talking to them, and they will impart wisdom upon you, let me tell you. Hugging them, people think I'm crazy. Anywhere I go, I'm like hugging a tree and talking to the tree and, loving the tree up. It is, but
Take a
that's
nap
what I
up
do.
against a tree, you'd be amazed.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, flowers. It was just my birthday, and of course, everybody bought me flowers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I missed it. Happy birthday!
Oh, really? That didn't pop
It
up
was
on
your
my
birthday.
Facebook
Yeah,
thing.
me neither. But I think you said it was yesterday or
Merry
something.
birthday. I
Yeah.
usually
Today's
check that
the day,
first
yeah.
thing in the morning.
But yeah, working with flowers, working with any kind, nature scrying is one of my favorite forms of divination. Just being out, scrying in the grass and the clouds, and the moon is, oh my God. Be outside as much as you can and commune with all of these things. Meditation is key in almost everything. Opening your third eye through meditation and just being able to connect to all of nature, but trees especially. That's,
What,
or if you're,
what are some of
if
the
you're not
dominant
connected to
trees
trees,
up there?
Huh?
I know you got maple.
I was wondering too.
What's some of your dominant trees?
Oh God, trees. We got maple everywhere.
Yeah.
Maple trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Canadian maple, right? Maple syrup. Maple,
So that's,
yeah.
that's not a cliche. Okay.
No, and there's that
no,
hockey
it's not.
team called the Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Toronto Maple Leaves, yeah.
Yeah.
We got that.
Not
So,
leaves,
yeah.
but leafs.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
And of course water. Water's, also
Yeah.
equally as important.
So what do you got?
So,
Like
yeah.
pines, oaks. What you got up there?
We got everything. Pine, oak, ash, maple, birch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
We've got
have ash, the
birch.
fiber. Do you guys have any cypress trees? Or is that
I can't think of where we have anywhere around where I am. Probably. The Niagara Gorge is just filled with a plethora of different varieties of trees. I mean, I live in one of the most beautiful places in the world. Niagara Falls is absolutely stunning. The water is, if you want a spiritual experience, come and stand by the falls.
Yeah, I can't even imagine the sheer amount of energy over there.
I know.
Right.
Is it normal for it to freeze? We saw pictures of Niagara Falls frozen.
Yeah, well, the actual falls, they don't freeze
the
all
actual
the way
falls,
through.
like the water falling down was frozen.
It does freeze like on the outside, like the crust of it.
Okay.
But underneath, the water's still flowing.
It's still moving.
And that's only the American side. The Canadian side doesn't freeze. There's too much water going over.
Oh, the Canadian
there
side
for
doesn't
that to
freeze at all. Oh, wow.
No, not really. No, I think maybe once in history that like they didn't freeze, but they stopped the falls. Stopped running over. But no, there's way too much water. It's
People
insane.
don't still do that barrel thing, do they?
No, it's very illegal to go over. The
What barrel
falls.
thing?
They would go over the falls in barrels. Like,
Oh, shit.
People would be under the water for like several minutes,
Oh my god.
and the people that survived. But it was a big thing.
It's
I
not
don't know
even
when that
so much
was.
the
but-
water.
Yeah.
It's the rocks. Like once you go over there, there's rocks everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna pretty much
Wow.
kill yourself that way. So yeah, it's illegal. You can't go. Unfortunately, people try anyway and fall in. And,
Well, here's
occasionally,
another
but-
question in the chat room that I'm sure is going to be yes. Can spell work be thrown into the Niagara Falls?
Hell yeah, do it all the time.
I think it'll reach
yeah.
us.
Yeah, yeah.
Did it
Of
eventually
course, yeah.
touch it,
I
reach
have
the
no
Mississippi?
I have no idea what it empties out into.
think
I mean, do you
I
know,
think
does
it
it
looks like
cross
the
the
Mississippi
Mississippi
It
at
goes
all?
to the ocean. It goes to the ocean eventually through
Yeah.
whatever water system is
Yeah.
the St. Lawrence, I guess, and all the Don't I'm bad for that. Like Uchu's the person that knows all about where the stuff goes and everything. But yeah, no, we've done ritual at the falls. We've thrown things into the falls. We've for sure, for sure. Great source of power.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stunning.
Well, I always like
You guys
that
all
old,
have to
little
visit.
spell with the Forties vinegar, but I never liked or recommend that because then people are littering.
Right. Well, we
Yeah,
never
I'm
throw
always
anything
kinda torn
not
with that.
biodegradable. Yeah,
Biodegradable,
like,
yeah.
Yep.
biodegradable.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Do it.
Yeah, it's a great source of power for sure. For
bet.
sure.
So tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about your class at WitchCon, Magical Fusion
Well,
Blending Cultures.
My class will be on magical fusion, blending culture. So I'm going to talk about how most biracial people are asked to choose a side. We're expected to, depending on what, color we are, how dark we are, depending on all that stuff, by society to pick. Are we black? Are we white? Are we Hispanic? What are we? Depending on your mix.
Yeah.
And that was one of the most annoying things for me growing up, is people wanting me to be something that I didn't feel I was. And it leaves you very disillusioned and confused. And, if you speak too properly, you're whitewash. If you're, if you're
Yeah.
fully hood, then you're ghetto.
Yeah.
And, you don't have to pick, because you are both of those parts of yourself.
Yeah.
So you can be whatever the hell you want to be, and you just blend that together. And I always encourage people to see what their ancestry is and get a good understanding of who their people are that they come from. I was fortunate enough myself to have grown up very closely to my Scottish grandmother. And so I learned a lot about my Celtic history. I also was very fortunate to have, my roots in all my father's family is from the Deep South. So I was very fortunate enough to be able to experience, hoodoo and root work. And my brother was heavily into the occult. So I was very lucky that way. He gave me my first spell when I was 6 years old, right? So I've always been immersed in it. I also want to talk to people in my class about how and what, when it's okay, the ethics of it, unverified personal gnosis, how that plays into your practice when you're not initiated and you are kind of eclectic, and you pay, some people call us dabblers, but if you're not learning, then you die. So you have to be learning all the time, and you need to learn from multiple sources. I mean, I've learned from Witch Dr. Utu, I've learned from Reverend Tim Shaw, I've learned from, Birch, I've learned from John Huselak. They're all presenting at WitchCon as well, and they're wonderful teachers, and they have something to offer. So regardless of how much you know, there's always more to know about stuff. So we'll be covering a few topics, mostly based on what it is to be a multicultural person in the pagan community. We are a minority, big time. So it's nice to have that little bit of, understanding that you're not alone. And I get people asking me all the time. I had a friend last night say that Mama Brigitte was speaking to her, but she's white as snow, and what should she do? And I'm like, girl, you do you. There's no color to that. You do you. If that's who's speaking to you, and that's who you want to revere, and that's who you want to honor, then you go ahead and do it. And people won't agree with me, but whatever. That's my opinion.
Well, some of these traditions, like we're in Palo, and allegedly gay people can't be poleros. Yet I know of countless cases where the Nkisi, the spirit, said yes, you can get scratched. A lot of times, people bring their own baggage into this stuff. It's not about the gods. It's not about the spirits. Gods just don't recognize borders. And if they want to call on you, they will. I want to say hi to Utu in the chat room. And then we got another question from Jamie that I want to hear more about your class.
Okay.
No, I'll get to that. Are you waiting for the question? Jamie asked, how do you learn to nature scry? Meditation?
Oh, nature scrying. Okay, well, just the scrying, that's one of the classes I used to just on scrying. So nature scrying is just going out into nature. You know how when you were a kid and you used to lay in the grass and look up at the clouds and see the shapes and be like, oh, it's a bunny, I mean, if you're in the right meditational state. You go out there and you lay there and you scry the same way you would in a crystal ball, in a mirror, in tea leaves, or anything else. And you will receive those messages. You will see whatever it is you're looking for in the same way you would with those other divination, tactics. And it's not just clouds. I mean, you can look at the way the leaves blow on the trees. You can look at the way the grass is blowing. Whatever is your chosen, I usually like to pick whatever it is I feel most connected to in nature. But there are always, everything speaks to you if you're in the right frame of mind. And so clouds, grass, trees, leaves, anything you can think of. Water. I mean, water scrying is a very, very old divination method. Go to a river, go to a brook, go to whatever your local water source is, and scry in the water.
Well,
So,
and that's the kind of thing that fascinates me more when we talk about the culture issue. It's like what you just described, like the three of the most sacred places in Irish magic. The starting of water sources, like where a spring comes out, where a pool gathers, where there's a well, the water. And you find so many countless people spend so much time on this cultural appropriation shit. If they could see what I could see, it's much more fascinating. Cultures came up with the same magical and spiritual ideas all over the damn world before anybody ever met each other. Unless the ancient aliens thing is true. Then that's why we all knew the same shit. But
I always like that show.
Other than that, in the chat room they said thank you, Kat.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, no, it's not about, that's the thing. I think a lot of us have, in the community, have lost focus on the fact that it's about the magic. It's about the magic of this universe, this world, this plane that we're on, that we're being given. It's a wonderful gift. This is why I'm so blessed in my life. My business is wonderful because I don't care about any of that. I'm not interested in the drama and the stupidness and the he said this about this person and that person. Who cares? You're here for this this experience that we have been blessed enough to be given. And wasting your time on anything else just seems kind of silly to me. You get this one round here, so you might as well learn as much as you can for when you can learn it, and enjoy yourself and make the best of everything that you can have for you, and not worry about everybody else's yard and their crap, right? I mean, I hear things all the time, but people talking about Christian Day. Man's never been anything but nice to me. Lovely man. His events are wonderful. And the only reason people pick on him is because his events are wonderful and they're jealous. Yeah. Well, why don't you put that energy into making your own stuff and less energy into bothering him? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's like high school with wands.
It is like high school. I say that all the time. It's brutal. I feel like I'm at Hogwarts. Like, awful. Absolutely awful.
Has anybody tried to contact you?
No. Not about any of that. No, I wouldn't acknowledge it anyways if they did. Because my thing is, I actually really don't care. I don't care what any of these people say. People can, like, when I teach, I tell you, I may not be your cup of tea. I'm very blunt and straightforward, and I say what I think. My opinions are my opinions. I'm not changing them for anybody else to suit anybody else.
I think that's what we like about it.
One of the things I lecture on is being authentic. So anything less just wouldn't be, me, and I'm not going to not be me. So nobody said anything to me. Nobody ever does. I live in my own little, Botanica witchcraft shop world where, I just do my own thing, and that's the way I like it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you could tell Kat's, a strong woman right away, and the people that I know of that they have contacted, from the outside, I wouldn't think that of them right away. I would think, oh, that person's teaching something very fluffy right there.
I don't know if I agree with that because they messed with Lilith.
They mess with, I don't understand why they mess with Lilith, but that's one of the things.
Yeah, but she's way more high profile than me. That's why she's like, as soon as you are somebody who is known, that's that's when they all come out and they all want to be
Yeah, it's almost like a
Well,
rite of passage.
Well, that's one of the
It
things.
is.
I know of not one dude that has been approached by the haters and threatened or otherwise, messed with. It's all women.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm thinking, it's a bully thing, and this is, some bullies that think that women can't fuck them up. Well, I don't know. I guess they haven't known a whole lot of women.
I grew up in the ghetto. No.
Yeah.
That's probably, and because I'm so blunt, people usually don't say anything to me, only just because I'm not going to not say something bad. But I'm generally a nice person. Like, there would be nothing I have my opinions. That doesn't mean you have to share them.
No, I think you're one of the nicest people in the world. You're a totally nice person.
Aw, thanks. Thank you. I try to be. I like to treat everyone
I'm teaching magical warfare. I could totally fuck with me about that. So if I was on the outside, wanted to attack somebody, there's the dude right there. Look what that dude's teaching. You can't fucking teach that. What's about the wicked read, dude?
Yeah. No, actually, I think I took that class. You did magical warfare at Hex last year. Yeah.
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 Yep.
Well, it seems to be pretty
Yeah,
popular,
I
so
took
now
that
I'm
class.
doing it
Yeah.
at Hex Fest next year. Hex Fest
Yes.
next year. And then
Yeah.
WitchCon. So, both of these are magical warfare.
I guess that's kind of your specialty now.
Well, it's a thing I never learned, when I was a musician. You've got to, start low and build up to your finale. I was just, bust out with my finale.
Yeah, you're like, now what are you going to teach?
They asked me to come teach at Hex Fest, and what did I do? I came and taught, magical warfare. I forget which one, but the last one was crush the enemy.
Yeah.
I was like,
Right.
Where am I going
Did
to
you ever
go from there?
Did you ever see that commercial that the church made against Hexfest a couple of years ago?
I heard
It's on
about
YouTube.
it. I heard about it. I wasn't there that year, but I heard about it.
No, it was the year that you were
Yeah.
there. That was when we met you.
No.
They talked
What-
about
wasn't
all
that the
three
year
of his.
before?
I'm sorry.
Wasn't that the year before where they were I don't know, giving out pamphlets?
You know,
and-
maybe there was something the year
The year
before.
before is when they stuck the flyers under the
Yeah.
doors, but then they were protesting
what
it
it- yeah.
the next year.
But the year when we went and we met you is when they started. They totally gave you all this free press with all your classes and stuff.
Yeah, they
They're
plugged all my
I do
classes
remember
in their
that
propaganda.
them being outside, the hotel
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
stuff at one point. Yeah, okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like Salem, where they've got the guy on the bullhorn talking about how we're all going to hell, so we all
Yep.
go take pictures with them. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I forget that New Orleans, when it comes down to it, is very strongly Catholic. And I mean, with Mardi Gras and then Lent and everything, everybody has a seafood special on Lent Fridays and stuff. It's kind of a big part of the culture, and it's easy to forget about sometimes because we're just in our own little world with our witches and don't really pay attention to that stuff.
But that's more the way it should be.
Yeah.
Historically. Historically, that church has been opposed to us. We've been opposed to that church. So them protesting us, well, that's not really a big deal. But then, these Bay Area witches and their little, their little mobs. It's that's not the way it should be.
Right. Well, most of the South is church going in some way. I mean, most of my family's Baptist. Bible Belt. My grandmother was a huge Baptist. Holy Roller Church is one of my favorite things ever. But it's entertaining. It's way back. Well, Black Baptist Church is sadly very much more entertaining than White Baptist Church. It's just fun. Everybody's feeling the Lord. There's a good band, and it's fun. They make it entertaining. They're feeling their faith. So it's pretty awesome.
I want to go to that church where they have the snakes bite them.
Oh, I've never been to one of those. I was talking about
Is
that.
that Pentecostal? I don't even know which branch of Christianity that is that does the snakes. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but that would be something to
I
see.
thought it was
that's for sure.
Pentecostal.
I'm going to go
Might
with Pentecostal, just as a guess.
I'm gonna.
Marty's gonna
You
look it
guys, talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, I want to know. Yeah, let me know when you out. Curious.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I mean, other than the fact, I didn't tell you, I bought a hearse.
What?
Got a
Nice.
hearse?
I bought a 1965 Cadillac hearse from
Oh.
Wayne Mallows,
Wow.
who's a vampire author.
I'm
I
sorry.
think I can picture
Can you
that.
repeat that? What did you just say?
Hearse, the car.
Yeah.
No. I heard that
Cadillac.
part, but I missed the other part you said. But okay.
I just said Wayne Mallows. He's an author that writes vampire books, and he was selling his car.
Okay.
And I was like,
that's what it was.
"Ooh, I want it." Yeah.
Nice.
So
that'll
did
be
you
the
have
new
it
cat.
shipped over to you after you bought it?
No, he lives in the Falls.
Oh,
So
okay.
Him and Michelle DeRoche, they live in this big Victorian house down the street, and
Okay.
she's like a famous paranormal investigator person. She has her own show and stuff too.
Okay.
And they were selling it, and I was like, "Ooh, I want that."
Wow. So is that like your normal car now that you drive around everywhere?
No, it'll just be like the company car. So when we do events
okay.
or things like that, for that, yeah. No, it's
Probably get
it's
shitty gas
pretty.
mileage, I bet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Usually, because it has like the rollers in it and everything. And I bought a coffin too to put in it.
Yeah, I was right. Snake handling, also called serpent handling, is a religious rite observed in a small number of isolated churches, mostly in the U.S. Participants are Pentecostals. Woo! Okay, I know my
Wittershin.
religions.
We love
Yeah,
That
those
would
are the
be
Pentecostals.
Something to see. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I would love to see that one day. I mean, I don't know of any Pentecostal churches around.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I'm
don't
sure
do it.
Louisiana has some, but I don't know for sure.
Probably put your phone on charge, man.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, my phone's
So I
at
think
1%.
it was,
Charge it.
Was it the last Hex? Yeah, I think it was the last Hex Fest. We still haven't watched all of the presenters, but we were watching the Dragon Ritual drummers. And Marta goes, "Hey, that's Kat. Are you are you in the Dragon Ritual drummers, or were you just sitting in, or what's up with that?"
I guess I'm an extended, member. They have their core members, bandmates that do the stuff most of the time. But I've done it in Salem with them, and here for Hexfest and other places. But it's just an extended thing I'll do sometimes. That's it. I'm by no means one of the boys. They're
We haven't actually
their own
seen them in
entity.
person yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen them like live and right there in front of us
And
yet.
Utu. We haven't even met
right,
Utu.
you
Feels like we know
haven't.
Utu, but we
I
haven't even met him
know,
yet.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember you had his name tag last year.
Yeah, they gave me
Yeah, I
his
remember that.
necklace thing, and
Right,
I don't even think I noticed it until like you said something. Like we had just met on the boat, and you mentioned it. I never even looked at it.
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you'll get to see him sometime. Hopefully, we'll be able to cross the border.
That's right.
at
We
some
don't
point.
get name tags with beads when we're doing virtual. What a
No.
rip off.
We don't, but at least like
You
with
need
the
to have a
shop,
word
having
with
everybody
Christian.
come here. Yeah, right. You get to mail out for everybody, but doing it at the shop here, doing the multiple things like teaching classes and doing the virtual drumming, it kind of feels like we're at a festival, so it's super fun, and so it's a good experience. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be the first online thing I've done, and that's kind of cool.
What kind
I'm
of
honored that they have.
kind of camera setup y'all got over there?
Well, I have like podcast stuff downstairs, so I use my phone because it's Samsung. I don't know, swanky danky 4K, blah blah blah. So, but I've got like podcast lighting and everything else downstairs. So we'll be probably bringing that up and doing it in the shop in the showroom. We move product and make it our little stage. So that'll be cool. Yeah.
So what kind of stuff you selling in the shop?
Oh, we're kind of like I had to adapt because we're an event company. We throw pagan events, and since COVID hit, we weren't able to do any events really.
Right.
So
You're talking about Cat and
and I
Monkey,
couldn't really
right?
teach. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I couldn't really teach either. So we decided, okay, well, we're going to have to do some retail. So I decided, hey, you know what? We don't have like a Botanica or, anything like that. There's spiritual shops around, but they mostly just sell crystals and stuff. So I have spiritual washes, oils, candles that I make myself. I make the washes myself too. I have a huge selection of herbs, crystals, incense, you name it. We've got it.
Well, I don't care what they call it. That's
Yeah.
a witch store.
I actually had no idea that you had a
it is.
shop. I just knew
Yeah.
Cat and Monkey Events was like an events-driven thing, so I had no idea that you were doing a shop. Cool.
Which it normally would be, and it will be getting back to that as well as retail at some point. You know, we throw the local witches ball and stuff like that every year, and so hopefully we'll be able to get back to it sooner rather than later, but I guess time will tell. We're not able to travel anywhere. I don't know when the border is going to be open. It's just, I don't know. Everything's up in the air.
So speaking of
Right?
which, how are you guys doing over there in Canada right now, or at least in Ontario?
Well, we seem to be doing all right. We're back in lockdown again.
Okay.
So we've opened up a little bit. I'm allowed to have customers in, but it's a very limited number
Capacity,
of
yeah.
people, which works for me.
Yeah.
But not so good for restaurants.
Right,
Restaurants have been, a lot of them have been struggling. The smaller ones, bigger ones are fine.
Yeah.
We're not doing too badly. We've got it under control for the most part, but they're very cautious. So I guess we'll have to, wait and see. Our vaccines are coming out. Frontline workers are getting them now. And
Yeah,
think
I was just going to ask, how are you guys on vaccines for, like, whoever wants to get one? You're still
We
on
were
frontline
behind.
workers?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
still on healthcare workers and stuff.
Okay.
General public. So they say third week in March, people who are 80 and older will be able to get the vaccine, and they're
Okay.
doing it by age, going down that way.
We in New Orleans, we're up to 55 and older right now, which, I mean, technically, this old man, like, technically qualifies.
Well, I thought it was like 55 with the
Yeah,
health
yeah,
condition
it
or
is.
some
It is.
shit.
It's 55 if you're immunocompromised, which is really stupid to me. Like, why they can't do all ages that are immunocompromised,
right, right.
But
I don't-
that's just how they're doing it.
Well, hopefully everybody will get it. I mean, we won't be general public getting it till the very, like for my age group, till the very earliest, maybe fall.
Right, right.
So I've kind of scrapped any plans to be doing anything for the rest of this year. And that's not even saying that our border will be open, because we still can't cross the border.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think we can either. Yeah.
No. And now they've got this new thing where if you fly, you can fly anywhere. Like I can fly to you guys and be fine. But when you fly back home, you now have to stay in a hotel for like 72 hours, which costs you like $1,000 because you can only order room service and all this garbage.
Yeah.
And then you have to be in quarantine at home for another 2 weeks.
Right.
So that's essentially somebody's entire vacation, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about that. I mean, if you have like a 2-week trip or something planned, but then you have to quarantine for those 2 weeks, like, what's the point?
right.
Well,
Right,
here, that's
right.
like,
I mean, I understand why we have to do that.
I mean, that's
but,
the common vacation
Me
here.
too.
Two weeks
I mean,
vacation.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm not by any stretch of the imagination. I had a cousin who died from COVID. It's not a joke. I have elderly
Right.
parents. I have,
Yeah.
children. My kids haven't been anywhere in a year. They're homeschooling.
Well, we started
So-
homeschooling, because of that.
Yes.
So,
Yes, I know, isn't
yeah,
it
but
fun?
we're not
I
fucking
teach
around
social
either.
studies and science.
Yeah, and I teach math and English.
Right.
I know
So,
more about the American
wow.
Revolution than I ever did, and the Mayans and the Aztecs, and
Nice.
oh fuck, I forgot who they were. Okay, I guess I don't know that. Ancient civilizations and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember my kid. It was to teach my kid. And he's going, so all these people, they have like whatever their most important crop is, they make that crop into a god. And I go, yeah, that is actually really common all around the world. And we got to, I think it was the Mayans. I think it was the Mayans. Yeah, I think it was the Mayans. And their crop was potatoes. And go, so why don't they have like a potato god? And I immediately, Mr. Potato Head popped in my head.
They just changed it. They took out the Mister, and now it's just Potato Head. So they
What?
could be
You're
gender
kidding
neutral.
me.
Oh,
Yeah, there's no
Kidding me.
Mr. or Mrs. It's just Potato Head.
That's just more power to anyone. I'm just like, I will never like introduce myself and tell you what my pronouns are. But
Yeah.
Right.
more
I'm
power
not-
to people that
yeah.
feel they need to do that. It's
Yep.
just like,
I will respect it. If you tell me to call you, lamp, I will. I will be respectful of anything that's your thing. And to each his own. I don't live
you
in
know
your
how
skin.
many people misspell birch or autocorrects to bitch? Happens all the time.
Right.
The R and the T are really close to each other on the keyboard,
Right.
so
Right.
it's not that hard to do.
Well, that's okay.
I accidentally
okay.
actually meant to call somebody bitch, and I accidentally wrote birch.
Right.
All right, let us take a
that's
musical
funny.
Yeah, we
break,
need a musical break.
and we'll be back with Kat. Stand by, smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Oh.
Father, can you hear me? How have I let you down? I curse the day that I was born, and all the sorrow in this world. Let me
Shot of Bad Religion on Wittershins Radio. And the dogs are going off. Hold on. Hey. Mama's talking to one of the neighbors. It's okay. She doesn't sound threatened. Big ass dogs. We never met our dog, huh? We got to travel without our dog when we came to New Orleans. How many years has it been now?
I've seen pictures.
So last Hex Fest would have been a year. So
Yep.
we're going on 2 years since we've seen you. Wow.
Yep.
Crazy. I just realized, I hadn't thought about this. I am part Canadian. One of the only grandparents that I know about, my grandmother was originally Canadian.
Oh, cool.
I got to come to Canada
That's neat.
sometime.
What part? Do you know?
See the land of my ancestors.
Right. Right?
But probably
What part
during
of Canada was you from?
probably during summer. I have no idea. Wait. Montreal, Quebec. I think Montreal, Quebec is stuck in my head.
Okay. All right. Montreal. Definitely.
My
very
uncle-
French.
My uncle did all kinds of work on Ancestry.com, like tracking these people down and stuff. That was at least one of the grandparents that I knew. But most of my family's up in Portland, Oregon to this day.
Nice.
But,
Very nice.
But if we ever come to Canada, it'll be... Marta's been to Canada.
I've only been to
it'll be in the
Vancouver,
summer.
though, like totally different.
Yeah, I have
part.
no
West Coast.
idea.
Vancouver's on the western side.
West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, West Coast.
You all got like an
It's
East
beautiful.
Coast, West Coast rivalry kind of thing? Yeah?
Yeah,
Like Canadian rappers battling it out
I don't
and
know
shit?
about that, but it's it's a big place, so I've only been
Well,
on one side
it's
of
more.
it.
It's more city rivalry, East side, west side, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't there a part that's
I
totally
have-
right wing?
I actually have. Oh, the right wing I think is Alberta. Is that right?
It could be. I don't really know
Oh,
any
okay.
Albertans, so yeah.
And I have some,
I try to-
have some
I try to
family
keep
in
my nose
Toronto
up.
actually.
Oh, that's
sorry,
where
what
I'm
was that?
from. I was born and raised.
Okay.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to come up there in the summer or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No shit. Freezing
Yeah.
fucking Niagara Falls. Nah, it'd be nice to see, but I'll look at it on the internet.
I don't blame you. I don't like the cold very much either, so I know that's a horrible thing for Canadians to say, but I'm not a
Yeah.
fan. I like the warm weather. But it is beautiful down by the falls when it freezes. Like the mist off the falls causes all the trees to be completely covered in ice, and it's one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see.
Oh, that's
Absolutely
kinda cool. That's kind of cool.
I've heard that the
Yeah.
squirrels in Canada are some of the most beautiful squirrels in the world. Like a
Really?
lot of the squirrels
Beautiful
here are like
squirrels?
kind of ratty and mangy, but the squirrels in Canada have these like luxurious thick tails and stuff, and they totally look different.
Oh yeah,
from the
for the
squirrels
cold
here.
weather.
Yeah,
Yeah. Your squirrels are trying to shed their fur because it's so hot, and our squirrels are trying to keep their fur because it's so cold, right?
Well,
Yeah.
when we were in West Hollywood, they had an avocado tree in our yard, and the squirrels were fat.
yeah.
Fat squirrel. I think that's why
Yeah.
Azzy's the only dog I've ever known to catch a squirrel. Actually, he caught a squirrel here too, and they're like much more limber. But yeah, he caught a squirrel. The squirrel played possum. I threw it over the fence. And
I've
it got
never
away.
seen him run so fast. We have a pretty big dog, and he's like kind of slow.
There they go.
Oh, there he goes. But that was the fastest I've ever seen him move when he got that squirrel.
Well, right now we have a whole pack. We've got the
We're watching Hoodoo Samois's pug, Pickles, right now, because he's traveling right now doing some workshops. So yeah, we're watching Pickles.
we will have extra
Okay.
dogs barking in the background.
Yeah,
Pickle's not that loud.
it's
But
really
your
cute.
dogs are cute. They're cute as heck. I've seen pictures of them. They're adorable. Very cute dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do they have different colored eyes? Why am I
Yes,
thinking that?
both of them.
Yes.
And we didn't even plan
Yes,
that out.
and
Like we
which
had the
ones-
first one. Yeah, we had the first one. So we already knew they had different color eyes. And then somebody asked us if we wanted this particular dog, and he had different colored eyes. And so when she saw our dog, she was like really surprised.
No.
Like I thought she
Right.
knew, but no.
It's
Yeah, they
like-
both have one blue eye. Different
yeah,
sides.
one brown and one blue, right? On the
Yep.
opposite sides. I remember you posted a picture, and I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
How neat. Yeah, that's cool. It doesn't affect their vision, though, does it?
No,
I don't think so. No.
But we, our first dog, the big guy, he has separation anxiety, and back when we were in Hollywood, he ate almost through 2 doors.
Two front doors.
And so we got the puppy, thinking the puppy would, keep him company and stuff. And then COVID happened like a couple days later.
Yeah.
So the puppy's
Right.
been with us 24/7.
So the puppy
He
has
whines
worse
silently.
separation anxiety than the first one. Like if he just
Oh,
goes to the
God.
store for like 5 minutes, he sits in front of the door and starts to like whine and cry and stuff, and he can't go to the bathroom by himself. And
But maybe it'd be like that
really
misery
attached.
loves company thing. They can
Yeah,
just
maybe.
Right.
sit and whine together.
as long as they don't destroy the front door.
Wait, you got pets?
Once I have one cat named Lucifer who lives up
Oh.
to his name.
Loser. Okay, so that's a cat with some catitude right
Yep.
there. If you name a
he's
cat
got
something.
catitude.
Because I had a cat I named Lilith one time. I'll never make that mistake again. But Lucifer, that's a prideful motherfucker right there, I bet you.
He sure is. He sure is. He's the boss of the universe. So he does what he wants when he wants. And there, he meowed at me.
Yep.
I don't know, last summer sometime he was sitting there meowing, pick me up, love me. So I pick him up and petting him, and how cats are. They're like, oh, that was one pet too many. So 3 pets, and he was like, Shank. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I need stitches now.
Yeah, our
he's-
cat totally controls the entire house. We haven't seen him in the last couple days because Pickles is here, and he's he's small, but he has a lot of energy, and the cat's like 16. He's like totally over it, so he doesn't want to play with anybody. But yeah,
Right.
it's pretty exciting at our house right now. Never a dull moment.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, there's never a dull moment in mine. I have 5 kids, and
I
and
know,
it's
I know.
Lucifer,
Yeah.
It's always something interesting happening. Yeah, but you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd be bored otherwise, right?
Yep. Well, I think that's one of the reasons why we have 2 dogs and a cat. Is I've always wanted to. My family is really tiny, and I've always wanted to have a big family, and I just want a bunch of like life in the house, even if it's not human life. So
Right.
I'm all about having the pets because we only have 1 kid, so
Right,
makes it a
right.
little
But
more
yeah.
exciting, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it sounds it. Right, sounds like it. So that's good. Yeah, well, some people, they're animals. That is their children. That's their babies.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, so that's good. It's good. It's good companionship.
So are you working in the railroad,
Underground
Underground Railroad tradition?
My shop, I do a little bit, yeah. Of course, that's more Witch Dr. Utu's specialite, right? But I do. It's very interesting to me, and I do actually have family who traveled that route and came to Canada, and are at. They're listed in the BME Church in St. Catharines. I've been lucky enough that through Utu, bringing me to the church and to different functions, and he has a very good friend there who runs Tubman Tours of Canada, and she's like the foremost expert on all of that stuff. And the one of the crossings was right, like literally down the street from me, so that's really super awesome.
Wow.
I tried to get them to put like a Harriet Tubman memorial. I'm still working on that, or like a statue or some kind of thing here on Queen Street. And I have very good support from my BIA and the city, and they're very supportive of my pagan stuff. They let us do witches mass in the promenade, and they're totally cool. Like they love that we're different, and it's something
So
interesting.
do
and
you
new
think
for-
that part of the world is like more open-minded with the kind of stuff that we like to do?
I don't know. I don't know. I always feel that my opinion is probably biased because I have always been very me. And everyone has always known what my beliefs are. So I've never really had an issue. And I don't know whether that's just because of my personality. I don't have those issues. And so I feel like everybody's very open. And even if it's not their thing, they're very willing to, you know, I mean, we have a dance studio downstairs. We teach karate here. We do burlesque in the basement. We have a burlesque troupe.
I was going to ask you about that, actually. I was reading your bio, and it included that you were a burlesque dancer, and I had no idea. Do you have video?
Yeah. We have show videos somewhere.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'd have to find them.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's all about empowering women, right? I'm all for anything that empowers women, and it's a good thing for women to get together and just feel sexy and be able to do their thing, and we have boys in the group too, and it's fun. It is just so much fun.
So,
right?
do you teach it, or is it just like kind of like a meetup of like-minded people? Or
no,
are you
we have
facilitating?
a professional dance teacher.
Oh, you have
teaches,
a teacher. Okay.
Yes, who's a friend of mine who is a professional dancer who teaches the burlesque class and runs the troupe. But so I mean, it's not only, we do things that aren't really, witchcraft related here, but everybody who comes in here loves it. They're like, oh, this place is so cool. You got so much stuff to look at. And, they're all, I find even the guy down the street who runs this other business who's totally all about church, and like his business is run by like a church thing. He's been in here and been totally cool and nice and will work with me because I do a lot of charity work. So he works with me with some charity stuff. And, so I find everybody to be very accepting. I don't really have, I did at one point have an issue. We used to do paint nights, and one of the Italian banquet halls that we used to do stuff for found out that I'm a witchcraft teacher. And that didn't go over so well. I kind of lost that contract because of it. But that's about the only experience I have. And that was just like, they're super Catholic, right? So it wasn't for them. But other than that,
my shop, like my philosophy was if the shop's not doing anything, I'm losing money because I'm paying rent on it 24/7. And so I loaned it out. I don't think those people ever actually paid me anything, but to an anarchist school called Free School. And I was home one night, and like I just randomly looked at the schedule and saw what was happening in my shop that night, and it was raising babies without diapers. I went, oh fuck! What am I? Everything was fine when I went in the morning, but
that's hilarious.
I don't know what they were teaching or how they were teaching it.
Did they I don't
know if they just crawl
show
around and
how
poop
to
everywhere.
do it with
I
babies?
don't know what the class was, but it's just like, oh my god, they're teaching raising babies without diapers in my shop right now.
That's actually
that could have
really
been a
good.
nightmare.
I was interested in that movement, when I was pregnant and before I had Sasha. Like that's great. Like I don't want to use diapers.
Right.
It's a little more complicated than I thought it would be, so I ended up using diapers. But some people just potty train their kids early on, and they just do it. I was unable to attain that personally, but
After I have like 27-year-old boys, after 27 years, I'm lazy now. So you'll see me post on Facebook. My kid's eating zoodles for breakfast and like cake and my kid, last two just got like the lazy version. So I'm like, hey, if it makes you happy, go ahead and do it, right? As long as they grow up respectful and to be good, the best people they can be. Yeah, I guess I'm coming out ahead, right? Mm-hmm. So
I think my second kid was raised better than the first kid.
You think?
I learned a lot. It was like the do-over. The do-over kid.
Yeah, like
everything that didn't work out last time, to do it differently this time.
I know. God. I know somebody who's part of a large family, and her mom was saying the first kid is kind of like the first pancake that you try to cook. And like every pancake after that, you get a little better, a little better, a little better. Like the first one, kind of might be iffy, but you just get better with every one.
I think my problem is mine are so spread out, like they're so spaced apart. Mine go from 27-year-old boys to 9-year-old girl. So they're
Oh, wow.
so spaced out. I'm just like exhausted from
Yeah.
parenting, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, you're right. The first one is your like trial and error kid, and then
Right,
the next
right.
one, like
But
my
I
19-year-old
will have to
daughter.
say, I don't want not throwing my kid under the bus. My 24-year-old who grew up in the back of a witch store and carries the name of the ultimate witch queen in the universe, at 24 years old, all of a sudden decided to study witchcraft. She's in my class.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I gave her my class for free, of course.
You know,
but-
eventually they come around. It's like, you know, our son right now, Sasha, he's 10. He thinks we're fully lame. Like, he has no interest in anything we do. He thinks we're totally lame. But I'm sure one day he could get interested in it.
Well, you know,
when we came to look
that's
for
a
a
thing
house,
with kids.
in, like November a couple of years ago, we went to Hoodoo Semois, or not? No, I'm sorry, that's total script. Crescent City Conjure to get some lodestones for the housing spell thing, right? And we took Sasha in there, who also grew up in the back of a witch store and never gave a fuck about any of this. And all of a sudden, he's asking me about everything. It's like Crescent City Conjure has no labels on it. So there's no little signs telling you what anything is. So he's like
The different stones and crystals.
He's asking me
and
about
stuff.
different stones and cascaria and the coffin nail crosses, and I'm telling him
Yeah.
about it, and he's just fascinated by it. And I was like, literally, dude, you've grown up around every one of those things your entire life. You know, fucking cascarias are like right fucking next to your crib.
It wasn't cool because it was you, Dad. It's only cool when
I
it's
know.
someone
I
else.
know.
He got his first tarot deck.
Yeah, we got him his
He hasn't
first. That
played
was
with
like
it
a
forever,
mini Rider Waite from Hex,
Oh,
and he was really into it. You should revisit that. Yeah.
nice.
But I never want to
Well,
push it down their throats. You know?
Yeah.
None of my
exactly.
kids are. My boys think I'm like the crazy old lady who just is like
Right?
they have no
Yeah.
interest and have never had any interest in any of this. One of my boys is a little more accepting of it, and the other is just like, yeah, you're nuts. And then my 19-year-old does ritual with us all the time and loves everything about it, and is she's little mini me, right? Then the other two have no interest in it either. So it just depends.
Yeah.
And I'm not one. I don't believe in pushing what I believe
Right.
on anyone
right.
else.
Yeah.
So they have to
That's
throw up a
exactly
stick up.
where we're coming from too.
Right. If they grow up to be Catholics, hey, that's them. That's what they do. That's not me. I can't tell them what their spirituality is.
Yeah.
They have to be able to decide that on their own.
Yeah, that's totally my joke with Sasha, because we're so much into witchcraft that he's probably gonna rebel and be a Southern Baptist or something.
Well,
Right.
my other kid was an agnostic, last I heard.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And I was
can
totally
tell-
cool with that. I was like, agnostic's cool. It's like God may exist, he may not exist. How are we to know? Well, that's a legitimate place to come from, you know?
Philosophical. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to figure out, because whatever is going to call to them is going to call to them. It's not, we're their parents. We're just there to guide them. If they want to learn, we're there to teach them. And they have to make their own choices. And that's definitely one of the major ones they'll have to decide on their own. So, I mean, it's super cool if they do like the stuff we like, but, I've already lived through two who are like, yeah. You're nuts, Mom.
Yep.
Oh.
And he has a TikTok account, and he has a lot of followers who are like like 16 and stuff like that, and like a lot of them are like, can you please be my dad? And it's like it's so different, like when you grow up without that, and then here's a couple kids who grew up with that, and they don't really give a shit.
Yeah, I tell my kid that sometimes. I go, dude, there's like thousands of kids on the internet that want me to be their dad.
That want to
so
take your
step
place.
it up.
Right. I say that stuff to my kids all the time. See, your friends think I'm cool.
Yeah,
They're
right.
like, yeah.
Yep.
That's because they don't know you, Mom. Oh,
Maybe
okay.
he'll become a Pentecostal snake handler.
Sasha?
Hey?
Yeah. Utu's still with us. Hey, Utu, how are you? I'm gonna meet you one of these days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't believe that you still haven't met him. That's, funny. Just because it's always been
Especially how
like
Marta
pa-
ended up
missing.
wearing his beads.
I
Yep.
know. I know.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
didn't
that. I remember
notice.
sitting at the table, and she's like, "Look, I'm Utu." We are. That's awesome.
Every one of those
Yeah.
small world moments right there.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah,
that
and
was.
I definitely got it back to him, so that
Yep.
was cool.
When you send it back
Yes.
to the cat,
yes.
No,
Who'd you send it back with?
there's some other. There's like a blonde guy. We were sitting at the bar at the Bourbon Orleans, and I was drinking a grasshopper, and
Yeah.
some guy came up to me and he goes, "Marta," and I'm like, "Yes," and he goes, "Can I have Utu's necklace?" And I was like, "Okay." He must have sent you, so I gave it.
so
I don't
we know
remember
that
his
the guy
name.
was legit and he
Well,
actually got the
I'm
necklace
pretty
back.
sure.
And I
I'm
brought
pretty
it
sure
back.
Utu
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he did. He got it.
Yeah.
He gave it
Okay.
to me, and I brought it back with me and
Yeah.
gave it to him when I got back.
yep.
we
So
gave it
yeah,
to some
no, I
random
remember
guy
that. I
at a
remember because
bar.
I was like, "Oh, it's
Well,
her."
it seemed like he knew exactly what he was
Yeah,
there
I know,
for.
I know.
So.
Yeah, yeah.
That
And
was-
yeah, we thought we
funny
might
stuff.
see you at Christian's house for the party, and I'm sorry we missed you. Right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't go to that night. I can't remember. I think I was at that vampire bar thing, the speak.
Oh, the place we
Potions.
spent literally
That-
all of
yeah.
our time.
Yeah, I love that place. Oh my god, it's
I know.
so cute.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we have not been able to go back since we got here, dude.
Well, the
Oh,
same owner
yeah.
on New Year's Day, she actually opened a place called the Vampire Cafe, and it's open 24 hours, and they have like really. I mean, I haven't tried. We haven't been there, but it looks like really good, like chef prepared food.
Ooh,
And
nice.
I think they changed their menu, like if you're there at like 3 in the morning or whatever. But it looks like they have a pretty good menu, and like you can do wine flights. And I already talked to the owner, and she's totally cool with us bringing the dogs and stuff. So we gotta check it out soon.
Cool. Hey,
Yeah.
have you started your blog again with the restaurants that take dogs and stuff?
Well,
I know you used to.
I
do that.
haven't. Yeah, I wanted to restart it again, but
LairofTheDog.com.
I literally haven't left the house since March 13th, except to vote here because they wouldn't let me do
Right.
absentee. So I mean, I'd like to restart it, but we haven't been anywhere.
Well, it's kind of
Right.
a no-brainer
Forget
here
it.
because most places are dog-friendly, even like indoor places.
Yeah, you have to worry more about kids here than dogs.
Yeah.
Because a lot of places will let you
okay.
bring dogs, but they have like the slot machines and whatever, like the gambling
Poker
stuff.
machines.
Yeah.
And those are the places that cannot let kids in. So it's actually
Right, yeah,
harder
yes,
to bring
right.
our kid in than the dogs in a lot of places here.
Well, actually, a couple months ago, Moise dragged us out of the house and took us to our old favorite bar. It's like that's where we used to. We'd go there after taking the kid to school, and we'd spend most of our day there, and then go pick the kid up from school. It was like our lawyer was there, our realtor was there, Moise was there. We got a lot of business done while drinking at this bar, and but then late into COVID, they had to put tables outside. And so we were able to take Sasha, and the dogs could go there before, but we were able to take the kid. So we've been there. We've been out one time
so
socially.
that was the second time.
That was the
So
second
the first
time we
time
were
was
out.
to vote, and the second time was to go to this bar. And I haven't even
Right.
I haven't even been across the street like since then.
I keep forgetting that you guys can't go anywhere. I mean, everything's,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she's got to
Can't
go
do
out
anything.
tomorrow
I
for an
also like-
appointment. And
Okay.
it's like taking tourists out. Like last time when I took them out to vote, it's like, oh look at that thing, oh look at that thing.
Yeah, because me and
So I
Sasha
drive
have
by
been out of
that
the
every
house,
day.
and we were like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, I felt like I just like visited for the first time.
Right. Yeah, it would be.
And I mean,
honestly,
it's been a year. It's been a year since we got here, and I've been out twice.
It's been almost 2 years
It's
since we
crazy.
met Kat.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
yeah, it doesn't feel like that long, but it has been
We-
quite a while. Yeah.
Yep.
We think of you every time we eat gator.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Do
We
you?
do. Like I said,
That's
we had
my
gator
thing.
nachos yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta cook these for Kat someday."
So jealous. Oh, I love gators so very much. It's just one of the best things ever.
It's good
I
stuff.
love my southern food though. That's
You know,
a staple of here.
Sasha used to like gator. We told him a long time ago it was chicken or whatever. Like, and he ate it all the time. And now he's like, "Yeah, I don't like it because Birch told him that it was gator, so now he doesn't like
Oh.
it. But when he thought it was
Right.
chicken, it was fine."
Right. Yeah,
That's
it's all
it. I can trick him
psychological.
again.
Yeah.
You can't not
He's
love
listening in
Thegard.
the other room, so don't
We'll just
ixnay on the
yeah. We'll just
hater gay.
he really likes like breaded and fried stuff, which I really don't like. I like
Okay.
blackened gator, but I bet you if he
Right.
had it fried, he'd totally like it.
He would. It would taste like chicken. It really
Yeah.
would. Like he wouldn't know if you did it that way. He
Yeah.
wouldn't know. He'd think it's chicken for sure. I like it without the breading. I like it blackened. Or,
Yeah, me
know,
too.
Seasoned.
Me too.
Yeah. So that's yeah. I miss New Orleans. It was beautiful. It was great. I had a wonderful time.
I know. I can't
Absolute
wait till we
fun.
get to see you again. When
I know, I can't wait
we
to get
all
back.
don't have cooties anymore. That'd be great.
I know, right? When we're all fresh and clean. Yeah, we've got our vaccinations. They opened the border. I won't get on an airplane. I would be driving. I'm not getting on
Yeah.
any airplanes. At the best of times, you get a cold on a plane because somebody's sick. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not getting on a plane with COVID, but I would drive.
How long is the drive from where
Oh,
you
you gotta
are?
drive
where
your
you
hearse.
are? Yeah, you gotta drive the hearse.
Okay.
Okay. Birch is gonna let you
Yeah,
into
right.
our house unless you
When I
drive
win the
hearse.
lottery, maybe. That would cost $1 billion. No.
That's a lot of gas.
I don't know. It's like 12. It's what, 12 hours to North Carolina. It's like 24 hours to Florida. So I'm gonna assume it's somewhere in the 24-hour range to drive.
Oh, that's actually
if you
long.
drive straight.
I don't remember how long
It
it
is
took us to drive to New Orleans from California.
It's like 3 days.
Right.
Was it about 3 days?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we stopped
Yeah, it's
and
like
we
3 or-
slept
Yeah,
and
I'm
stuff.
gonna give you the
but-
mic because I gotta see what the dog.
What? No, they're back.
Oh, they're
They're
back.
back. Sorry.
It's like 3 or 4 days to drive to California from here too. I've always wanted
Yeah.
to do that. I thought that would be a cool cross-country drive. I like driving. I like road trips, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I wouldn't
Maybe
mind
you
driving
can
that.
get
I would do it.
the hearse converted to electric.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Right?
Remember people used to convert cars into biodiesel?
Yeah, it was always Mercedes, like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
Mercedes,
Mercedes.
diesel cars.
Diesel cars, yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Yeah, that's the vehicle.
Have you ever been to California?
No, I wanted to go, but you guys moved. I thought
We could still go
when
back.
they put
Yeah.
Well, they put Steven Tyler. Okay, so Steven Tyler is my favorite human on earth. That's my husband, from Aerosmith.
I
And they
feel that way
put
about
on
Ozzy
the-
Osbourne.
You know,
Yeah.
right? I love him too. But they put his star on the Walk of
Yeah.
Fame or whatever.
We
And you guys
literally live like
lived
2
right
blocks
by
away
there.
from the Walk of Fame. Go ahead.
Yeah. Trust me, I was like, oh my god, I should go see if I could sleep on their floor. I would.
You could sleep
Yeah,
on a
but no,
bed,
I never-
girl. We got
I-
room.
We had a
Like,
guest
I would-
room there.
Yeah,
Smelled like cat pee, but
only once.
only once. Only the one time we had a guest.
Our cat
Yeah.
got mad and like peed all over the guest room, but that's another story.
Yeah, I had a cat like that once. Peed all over me. Yeah.
Well, we got more
Yeah,
room in
not
New
fun.
Orleans than we ever had in
Yeah,
Hollywood.
yeah. The
that's
place
for sure.
here is definitely suitable for guests.
Okay.
But yeah,
No,
we'll
I
totally
remember
take you to LA
Jillian,
and like
you were
San
like-
Francisco. That'd be cool.
Yeah, you were all super nice and wonderful, offering me and Jill a place to stay.
Yeah,
No, but
Totally.
then
Oh, yeah.
it ended up being COVID, so
Right.
we couldn't go. But
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that still stands. You know, because
Ah,
we're
you're
pretty
sweet.
sure you're not an axe murderer, so you'll it's cool.
Right. No,
Other
no. And
people
Jillian
inviting
definitely, she's
themselves
such a
over
sweet
was
girl.
something.
Like, she's just such a great friend and such a wonderful human being. Like, such a wonderful girl. She should be teaching classes.
Who we
She's
talking about?
awesome.
Jillian.
Oh, goddamn.
Jillian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
her.
She's got time now, too, right now.
Yeah, she does. Well, hopefully not much more time. I'm hoping
Yeah.
she gets this new job. So, yeah. But she's a good girl. Very good girl. Blessed to know her.
Yeah.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
So she, confession, she gave me a bottle of wine when we met her,
Yeah.
and the idiot that I am, I just put it in my bag, and so we're all the way through all the stuff at the airport, and all of a sudden, at the last possible minute, one of the like TSA people takes the wine out, and I'm like,
Oh, dude. And he's like, come over here, sir. Stand
Yeah.
right there. Keep your hands where I can see them and do
it's
not
crazy.
move.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what the
Oh no,
fuck?
really? And
Yeah.
they took it?
So
Yeah.
we had to give it to him, and it breaks my,
thanks.
like we should have either drank it there, or I should have checked in my fucking bag. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, they
Well,
confiscated
that's okay. If I drive down there, we'll just bring you bottles in the car.
it.
Okay.
We'll drink it
They
right
won't say
away.
anything, not
Well,
more.
we're not getting on a plane
Right.
anytime soon, but yeah.
Right? You don't have to get on a plane. You can just drink it at home. Right.
So just like I had to say to dudes, like he starts going, well, you can go back, pay, get it checked in your luggage, and we had already just like had to go back and check something in our luggage before that, and the trip was turning into hell right about then. It's like, hey, dude, want a bottle of wine? He says, well, can't accept that, but just put it there on the counter. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
it was horrible. I was really looking forward to drinking that bottle, and I just in hindsight I should have just drank it while we were in New Orleans.
Some TSA
Yeah.
people drank
Yeah.
that
And
wine.
Jill
on their
knows her
lunch
wine.
break.
Jill knows her wine. She's a wine connoisseur. She is. She's yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, we'll bring you some when we come
Oh,
down.
shit.
Bring you a bottle.
Our mic has been off for, I guess, since the last time the dogs barked. Sorry.
Oh.
The cat heard us.
I did.
They've been hearing you carrying on a conversation with yourself for a couple minutes. Apparently.
Yeah, apparently they couldn't hear us, but they could hear you.
I muted
so.
the mic last time the dogs barked.
Okay.
Wittershins.
That's fun.
We embrace the chaos. of
Well,
the
well,
mind.
that's good. She's not going to hear what I said about the wine that she gave me.
Oh, good thing.
Right.
There's your cat responding to it.
Right. Oh. Yeah. So what's the next thing? What are we doing? The next
Well,
thing
what do you
coming
got
up?
to?
I guess
what do you got
that's
to
what.
plug. You got websites.
Oh.
You got a business address. What you
Yes,
got?
I have all of that.
Yeah.
We are in the heart of Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, downtown, and we're in the old downtown, not where like the hill and the casino are. So it's the historical part of town, and it's 4548 Queen Street. We have our website, which is catandmonkeyevents.com. But mostly I do most stuff on Facebook. So it's, I run a social group called Niagara Witches and Pagans. So that's got we're almost up to 700 members. I mean, it started out as like a small thing where, I just wanted to give people a platform to be able to get together and meet up and meet other like-minded people in the community. And, it's grown way bigger than I thought it would. And, they're wonderful members. No drama, no nothing. It's all good. I
No
post
drama?
everything.
What?
Yeah, right. No drama.
How'd you pull that
None
off?
whatsoever.
You
I
spiking
don't
the
know.
wine?
But there's no drama. People, I'll post any events that are going on in the community, any classes I'm teaching, anything anyone else is teaching in the community on that site. There's also Cat and Monkey events on Facebook as well. And yeah, next thing coming up is WitchCon, and then fingers crossed everything goes away and we can all meet up at Hex Fest or
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
or Festival of the Dead, which is my personal favorite one. Like Kristen, that event is like blows my mind. I love
Yeah.
that event. Like
Yeah.
the costumes there, you will not see. The only place you're going to see a costume that equals the stuff these people go out and do is like on a Hollywood red carpet. It's
Yeah.
insane. And the ritual's great. It's a great event.
Yeah.
Great event. It's one of my favorite things. And Salem's one of my favorite places. So,
So
yeah.
Utu
So,
says
yeah.
that was all audible.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how
So
how were they
Utu
hearing us?
heard
Through
us
her
somehow.
Skype?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
'cause
he
our
knows
mic-
about my transgression with Jillian.
Yeah, he does.
Yes,
It's
it
probably-
does.
It's gonna rat you
It
out.
does.
I feel horrible.
So
It's
it's
saved
probably
for
time for me to
posterity
tell
now.
you people
Yep.
of the thing that we've been talking about. I mean, you could have just gone and looked up WitchCon. It wasn't that hard. But I'll tell you anyway, WitchCon online. Bring the magic to you. March 5th to the 7th, 2021. Join the largest online magical conference in the world. Featuring over 100 witches and conjurers coming to you by live stream video from across the globe. watch classes live, then watch on demand whenever you want. They don't have that in here, but one of the things that Christian Day kept saying on his show last night, you're going to have the largest video occult library anybody's ever conceived of for
Forever,
$95
as long
as Crowdcast exists. I mean, MySpace still exists.
Well, listen, and it's each class is less than $1.
Yeah.
When you break it down like that.
Yeah.
And you get to keep it
Yeah,
forever.
the price, you cannot beat that price. You cannot beat that price.
No.
And the caliber of the people that are teaching is just
Yeah.
insane. Like, I can't even imagine that I'm actually getting to teach alongside these people. Like, these people are amazing.
Like Lori Cabot? I'm teaching on the same platform as Lori Cabot.
Yeah.
I mean, Silver Ravenwolf's a big name, but I'm not that impressed.
No, I know
Wasn't a
how you
fan
feel
of
about her
work.
personally, but
You know,
still, that's a big name.
Still. Well, and
Right.
see,
I
because
mean,
WitchCon online presenters are the preeminent masters of the magical arts. So that's you too, Kat. You're a preeminent master.
You're a preeminent master.
Or is it mistress of the magical arts?
Yeah, mistress.
I am
And hail
mistress
from
of
across
the-
the rainbow spectrum of occult and spiritual practices. Registration, y'all, is limited to 1,000 attendees, and they're well over halfway there. So you better get over there now, or you suck. You missed out. You suck ass, and should probably just go follow the lemmings off the cliff. And it includes all live video classes, rituals, and performances, as well as access to the recordings of every class after the event has ended via our on-demand library, so you won't miss a single moment. Attendees will love the live shopping in the virtual vendorium, featuring powerful ritual tools, signed books, and exquisite jewelry, and handmade spellcrafts. Our virtual meet and greet lets attendees and fans alike meet and chat with presenters live on Zoom. That's a great way to know your favorite teachers. And maybe if we screw up like we did at HexFest last year when we were in the live video conference, you'll get to see Mojo stealing Marta's coffee. That was epic. Everybody loved that. He was like right up in the camera.
You know how when you're on Zoom and you make a noise, that the camera totally goes on you, and everybody's watching you? So our Mojo, I left my coffee cup out there, and there was a spoon in there, and he loves coffee, and he just started like lapping it up, and the spoon was like spinning around and everything, and then the camera went on him, and all these people are just watching my puppy eat my
we
coffee.
came back out and go, hey, your dog was drinking your coffee, man. We all saw it. That was probably the highlight of the whole
that's so
thing.
cute.
Yep.
Your dog has good taste. He's drinking coffee.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
New Orleans coffee with chicory in it.
Yeah.
See, he's a southern
nice.
dog.
He's like the state dog of Louisiana. He's
Catahoula leopard dog.
Yeah, Catahoula leopard dog.
Oh,
So
that's their national.
He loves
their-
like
their
you
state
know
dog?
if I leave
Yeah.
a dish with like sriracha on it or something, like he loves it. He loves it. Like the other dogs won't touch the spicy stuff, but this Louisiana dog, he loves it.
Yeah.
He's a Cajun dog. That's
Yep.
it.
He's a
Right.
Cajun dog.
Totally.
Nice.
You want some crawfish?
Nice.
Yep. He loves
I
hot
didn't know
sauce and
states
crawfish.
had dogs. Like there's a dog for every state. Like every state has, like how you have a flower for your
Uh-huh.
state.
Yeah.
There's a dog.
Mhm.
Is that
Yeah.
how it works?
I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
haven't-
I mean, I know everybody's got a flower. I don't know if everybody's got a
Oh,
dog.
you mean all the
Like
states?
what would be like
I-
the California dog?
I was
Never heard
just
of
gonna
it.
say I don't think there's a California state dog,
Yeah.
but there's a Louisiana
No?
state dog.
Yep.
And I don't know about the other states, but
Oh,
These
okay,
are the
that's
questions that plague our troubled times. We're gonna have to Google that.
right.
yep, yep.
Right. Google.
California
Your best
state
friend.
dog.
We cannot remain in ignorance any longer.
No.
Right.
Well, Kat, good to see you again. They couldn't see you, but we got to see you. Hopefully we'll get to see you again in person, but
Yeah,
we'll be
we
checking
really
out
miss
your
you. We'd
workshop.
love to see you again.
I miss
Are
you
you on a
guys
panel or
too.
anything too? Or just workshop?
Huh?
I don't think there's a panel for WitchCon.
Just
Oh,
That's Hexfest.
I
Oh,
don't.
it's
I don't
You're right.
even know. No, that's no. I'm not doing
Yeah.
panel or anything for WitchCon. Just my class.
all right. Well, we'll be checking that out
Yeah.
Yep.
while we're staying the fucking
Oh
home.
well,
Yes.
I look forward to seeing you. or hearing you. I guess I can't see people. I'll just see like text bubbles.
Yeah.
or
People
questions.
get it like ask questions and
Well,
stuff.
I think if you actually
there's a
sign
text
on
format.
to the time when it's live, you get to ask questions.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
do everything on replay, then you don't.
Yeah, there's
And I think yours
Right.
is I don't know where my phone is, but I think you're on at 9 a.m.
Oh,
I don't remember
I'm
the
on
day.
at 9 a.m. Yes.
okay. We're gonna see you in the
Does that
replay.
mean that you have to be on at like 9 a.m. your time, or
No, you guys are an hour behind me, so I would assume.
okay, so it's 10 a.m. your time.
Yeah, it'd be 10
Right.
a.m. my time, 9 a.m. your time.
Okay.
All right, not too
I think
bad.
so. I'll have to
Maybe
go
we'll see you
relook.
live. I don't know.
Yeah. Or maybe you will if you're up.
Yeah.
If you're up and about at that time. but
Yeah, I
wouldn't hold
mean,
it
I
against you.
think she's worth waking up for.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. I'll
We
give you
might
that.
stay in bed, but we'll watch it.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. We don't have to get up.
Cat in
No.
bed.
Duh.
That's all right.
See, people, watch it from the comfort of your own bed.
Yep.
You can't
It's like
do that
breakfast
at an
in bed,
in-person festival.
only better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Well, Kat, thanks
that'll
for
be
coming
fun.
on.
It'll be fun. I'm super looking. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It was fun.
Loved
And it was
having
nice
you.
to hear you guys again.
Good
Love
to
you.
see you again.
Mwah. Thank you.
Hopefully, see you again in person.
Love you too.
Okay.
We will. Most
Blessings.
definitely.
Soon, I hope.
Okay, blessings to you.
Bye.
Blessings.
Stay safe.
Bye.
All right, Kat Thegard.
Cat the
Always-
guard. I love her.
Always great guests on Withershins. We've had some good guests and learned a lot of stuff about them. You know, if we hadn't done this, we wouldn't have known about Fiona Horn's all-girl punk band from when she was 18 that totally doesn't suck.
We would have been ignorant, like probably for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, but so many things.
Mm-hmm.
So many things. And still more to come. Let's see.
Maybe reading off the
In
schedule.
our marathon, let's see. Okay, so
We
it's
were
Chris-
supposed to have Christine Stevens yesterday. She was in the middle of moving, so
we
she's
got
on
her,
on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday the 28th. Okay, so Kat Thegard. Okay, so tomorrow.
Tomorrow is
Angie
Angie Buchanan.
and then Carrie Ewers, and
Yeah,
then Christine
on Saturday.
Steffens.
And Christine Stevens
I'm Stevens
on Sunday.
on Sunday, and then I think, unless some other WitchCon presenter hits us up or something like that, we might be done. Because what it's like the 5th? Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, I mean
Right
we
around
still
the
we still
corner.
have more slots for
Yeah,
people.
if people want to come on, we just kind of we did a random handful, and I don't even think I like scrolled through the alphabet. They all tend to be around the same alphabet.
They're all like
And,
E and F
yeah.
and
And
C.
I picked a lot of people that lived in New Orleans because
Yeah.
you know they're locals, and picked mostly people that we haven't had on Withershins, but then we've had people that we've had on before too. We still have some open dates. We're just not really polling people trying to make that happen. 'Cause we've done a lot. I don't know how many guests we've interviewed, but
I'm not sure.
probably a smidgen of the Hex or the WitchCon presenters, but we've done our part, I think. And do some more, have some more people on, and Withershins. Typically, we come to you Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Central Time. But as we've been telling you people for years and years and years, we've just been teasing you with just the tip of our package. Our package allows us to go on the air 3 hours per day, unlimited times per day, 7 days a week if we had no lives. We have lives, but we found a lot of extra time to do Withershins. We even did one time Tuesday, we did 2 shows just so we could get the Aussies in there. But we can do that. You never know. The only way you're going to know is if you follow or subscribe. We're on, if you're on Spreaker, you got to follow. If you're on iHeartRadio, I think it's subscribe. On YouTube, you subscribe. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Tumblr, and now,
What's that thing?
newest one.
Spotify.
Spotify. We're all over the damn places. rocket surgery to calculate our ratings, but we're doing all right. But on all those formats, there's a follow or a subscribe or something like that, where you will hopefully get a notification when we go on the air at a random time or random date.
Yes.
7% after all that?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so I think we're going to play some stuff. Is that what you think?
That's what I think.
You concur? All right. Leadership.
Do we have? Do they? Oh, that's the name.
The sum of all my parts, a domestic beast with a hairy heart, trapped within a walled suburbia. I found my taste is somewhat underground, between the shadows and the cracks. I am building my utopia. I need to break free from all that binds, that makes me old before my time, in this world of dystopia. My love is like a bright guiding light, shining in the darkness of the night, the star of my utopia. In the motion of the sea, in the air that we breathe, can you feel me? In the stars and in the trees, in the song of the bees, can you hear me? Caged golden memories, time has come to show your true feelings. I know it's the only way to be, when the same old feelings come over me. I feel greater than the sum of all my parts, a space jockey from a distant star, marooned upon dystopia. I found my taste is somewhat underground, between the shadows and the cracks. I am building my utopia. In the motion of the sea, in the air that we breathe, can you feel me? In the stars and in the trees, in the song of the bees, can you hear me? In our utopia, you will be queen and I will be king. In our utopia, you will be free to be whoever you want to be.
Long ago in a dusty village full of hunger, pain and strife, a man came forth with a vision of truth and the way to a better life. He was convinced he had the answer and he compelled people to follow along. But the hunger never vanished and the man was banished and the village dried up and died. At a time when wise men peered through glass tubes towards the sky, the heavens changed in predictable ways, and one man was able to find that he had thought he found the answer, and he was quick to write his revelation. But as they were scrutinized in his colleagues' eyes, he soon became a mockery. Don't tell me about the answer, 'cause then another one will come along soon. I don't believe you have the answer. I've got ideas too. But if you got enough naivety and you got conviction, then the answer is perfect for you. Sits choking on his discharge, overwhelmed by industry, searching for a modern day savior from another place, inclined for charity. Everyone begging for an answer without regard to validity. The searching never ends, it goes on